All right. Ooh, recording in progress. Okay, so we're recording this next level training series, the missing links. And the first one we're going to talk about is building a brand that's recognizable, memorable, and buyable. It's the most important thing. So, like I was saying before I started recording, I want you to really plug into this training regardless. Like, even if you're not at that point where you're ready for your next level, if you're just in the beginning stages, because a lot of these things you could do way early on. And I actually recommend doing these from the get-go, but especially if you are, again, if you are almost full-time in your business or you are full-time, but you're like, I'm still wanting to get to that next level. And that next level, most of the time for most people, means some kind of income goal, right? Of course, that's a very natural thing, but it doesn't just have to be that. So maybe for you, it is an increase in your monthly income. Maybe for you, though, it's more than that. Maybe it's restructuring your entire product suite because you just found out that you have a big life change happening, right? Maybe a loved one's coming to visit you. Maybe you are pregnant. Maybe you got a puppy like I just did. You know, it could be any matter of things, and you need to change around a lot of your offers. So it could be that as well. It doesn't have to just be income. Usually, most people who want to go to their next level, they have some kind of income goal in mind. So, of course, we're going to talk about that. But if you fall into that camp, you are in the right place. I will say, if you are in the very, very beginning stages of your business, this won't be overwhelming because, again, you should do these things at the beginning. You'll be that much more ahead. That being said, this is really geared towards those people who are ready for that next level. So I just want to give you that heads up. So excited. Yay. Let me bring up, oh, I got so many people on live. Let me bring up the live feed. So I've got you over here. Hey, Taryn. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, Ellie. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Amber. Okay, cool. Let's dive in. I'm going to share my screen. Before I do, I have a VIP version of this training that I'm doing over the next 3 weeks. So if you want to take advantage of that, please message me as soon as possible because it starts tomorrow. What that is, it's 10 people max. We have 4 spots left right now. We have a couple people who are in the DMs right now. So those might be filled in a few hours. But what that is for every single training, I'm going to be doing a private Zoom call with, again, max 10 people the next day at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we're going to walk through what you learn on the training, but for you specifically. So you take action on the homework that I have for today and you bring it to the call or whatever came up for you on the call. And I troubleshoot with you on the actual live Zoom, hands-on coaching. And then I'm adding 2 days of Voxer support. That's a walkie-talkie app I use with my private clients for our Wednesday and Thursday. So we have this training that everyone gets. Then there's the private VIP. We have our own private Zoom. And you get to know each other too, which is really fun. And then for 2 days in Voxer, I'm supporting you as we implement what we went over in that Zoom call for you specifically. So it's a lot of hands-on training. I never do this. All of my coaching containers are long commitments usually. So I haven't even opened up a high-level package that hasn't been a long commitment or a really, really high price in a while. So I'm really excited to do this. It came to me and I was like, I want to be able to serve people at a higher level who are ready for that intimacy. So that's it. So if you are interested, let me know as soon as possible because that starts tomorrow. All right, let's get going. I'm going to bring up my screen. I'm going to share my screen, I should say. I'm going to get rid of all of these tabs that I was frantically searching on what to do with this stuff not working. So let me just get this going for you. Okay, I think I can X out of this. Yes, okay. Let's do it. Share my screen. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm excited. Let's go. Okay, present. And at the end, if she's cooperating, I will show you my puppy in real life. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Mariah. Yes, Jessica, I'm so excited that you're in the VIP too. All right, let's get going. Oh, we're good. Okay, got a lot of people on. Yay. So excited. Okay, so the missing links to your next level growth, building a brand that's recognizable, memorable, and viable. Let's dive in. So what we're talking about this week, and when I say this week, yes, today is the training, but then throughout the week, both in the Facebook group, but especially on Instagram, I'm going to be dropping some more posts and things to supplement this. So to add to this theme. So I really want you to dive into this theme this week. Building a brand that's recognizable, memorable, and buyable, helping you be associated with the transformation you want to be known for. The evolution of my Pretty Awkward brand went from cute idea to 7-figure business, right? Not by mistake. I'm not going to tell you it was a mistake. It was very intentional. It was very intentional. So we're going to talk about how to turn your personality and your expertise into a brand. So what is it? What is branding? According to Indeed.com, branding is the process where a business makes itself known to the public and differentiates itself from competitors. Branding typically includes a phrase, design, or idea that makes it easily identifiable to the public. Why is it important? It helps you become associated with specific things, your expertise, plus what you stand for, and specific words or terms and a vibe. And that's my own definition, obviously. That wouldn't be from dictionary.com. But I want you to think of these different examples I have, right? When people talk about you, they think of certain things. You are identifiable. Think Oprah. What words, thoughts, feelings, vibes come to you when you think of Oprah? Nike, Apple, Ben and Jerry's. The fonts, colors, and images all reflect that, right? And so fonts, colors, images, logos, I've got my little M logo down here. Those are important for sure, but usually most people start backwards. They start with, I'm gonna just decide what colors do I like, what colors do I want, what fonts do I want. That's such a backwards way to do it, in my opinion. And actually, at the end of this this training, I'm giving you a branding survey that I used when I first started, and that's really where Pretty Awkward came. It's literally when I did that branding survey and I got a lot of information from people, I was like, wow, okay. And so that really helped that get going. And then Pretty Awkward came about. So I'm going to give you that at the end, which is going to be really amazing. I'll drop it in the first comment of this live and pin it to the top too. So that's going to be huge. And again, that's so important because you could have the best, logo, and you could have a cool font and a color that people think of with you. But if it doesn't elicit a feeling, if it doesn't make them like associate you with something, whether it's your expertise, what you stand for, specific word, specific thing that they go to you for, it's just a nice font and a nice color, right? It's no more than that. And we don't want that for you. We want you to have a brand that elicits a feeling. So what feelings do these brands evoke? When you read these names, what comes to mind? What associations do you have? Are you inspired to do anything? I love it if you're on this training live, or even if you're watching the recording, whether it's on IGTV, YouTube, email, we're going to put this all over the place. So wherever you're watching it, what comes to mind when you think of Oprah? Comment down below some things. What comes to mind when you think of Nike? Think of Apple, think of Ben and Jerry's, right? So put some of those down there. Why should you care? I have to keep moving my face because my face is over my face. So truth, most entrepreneurs can get to 5K, even 10K months. And I'm saying that even though that's like such an overused term. And I'm just saying that for example's sake, because it is a very used term in the coaching industry. Those numbers are meaningless if there's nothing behind it for you, if it doesn't mean something to you. But scaling beyond and truly feeling the phrase, it gets to be easy, requires branding, requires association, requires you or your business as a brand becoming known for something, right? Again, you can get to a full-time income without branding. I had a full-time income with Beachbody, more than full-time. I had a 6-figure income with Beachbody. Zero branding. I had a little bit near the end, but I pretty much copied and pasted what I saw other people doing, and I hustled my ass off, and it worked. I hustled, and I realized I can't keep this up anymore. And so when I started to really build a brand intentionally in my next business, that's when things started to click. That's when things started to take off. Now it takes time. What I'm teaching you in the next 3 weeks is not a copy paste or Band-Aid kind of strategy, right? Building a business, getting to your next level isn't going to happen overnight. So I'm not giving you that. I'm giving you the real deal. So I want you to just be patient with it too. So let's talk about some branding evolution. So first, phase one, copy what is tried and true, right? That's what I did. So most people do. I tried to be like everyone else. I took booty pictures when I was in fitness coaching. I copied what the top coaches in Beachbody were doing. And I put give examples. That's for myself to give you examples. That's funny. And that was something that I was taught to do. And so I did it. And guess what? Again, like I just said, it worked, but I knew, one, this feels really inauthentic because I'm literally copying someone else. And two, this isn't sustainable. And now when I see people copy other people's ideas or themes or programs or posts, I get a pit in my stomach because I'm like, no, you're better than that. You don't need to do that. So you don't need to do that. But that is part of phase one. I feel like we all kind of go through that, but you can go through that really quick and you can stop it now. Phase two, you realize, hey, it's not working, right? Feels really forced. or it might be working, but it feels really forced and it's not sustainable or fake, right? You're making money, but hustling to get there. You're relying heavily, if not purely on DMs. You're not attracting people with your content. You're exhausted from being someone else or only being part of you on social. This is why attraction marketing isn't working for a lot of people, meaning people aren't coming to you after you post because it doesn't feel authentic. It's like, oh, that seems like it was copied. It seems like it was someone else because it's not truly you, right? So phase 3 is, what do I want to be known for expertise wise? We're going to start with that. So I want you to screenshot this because this is actually going to be one of your applications from this homework from this training that I want you to take. What am I really good at within my industry? Ask yourself that. What skills do I want to share? What skills do I want to get better at? So screenshot that. And I want you to actually answer this, especially if you're in the VIP, even if you've done something similar, trust me, do this because this is going to help you bring a lot to the call tomorrow that you want to what you want to work on. So what am I really good at within my industry? What skills do I want to share? What skills do I want to get better at? Again, go back, screenshot these questions, take the time to answer them after this presentation. This will literally help you start developing your brand more fully in a way that makes sense and is cohesive for your audience. So I'm going to go right back there so you can take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Raya said Ben & Jerry's, they give back, humanitarian, charitable company, good values, new vegan ice cream line. Yes, I love Ben & Jerry's. Exactly. And that's one of the first things I think. That's why I put Ben & Jerry's. I was like, they're so charitable. They stand by their values so wholeheartedly. Oprah, spiritual, humanitarian, lover, leader, intelligence, power, Super Soul Sundays, podcast, interviewing. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Okay, great. Moving on. Give you enough time. Okay, so branding, evolution, phase 4. What do I want to be known for personality wise? Screenshot this too, because this is part of your homework as well. Regardless if you're in the VIP or not, do this homework. How do I want to run my business? And I don't want to give you too many prompts for that question. Like, how should I answer that? You know how to answer it. Answer it from your heart. There's no right or wrong. How do you want to run your business? Just like in a perfect world, how are you running your business? What are you doing every day? Who are you working with? How are you working? What kind of clients do you have? Like really go deep there. What type of message do you want to send? Do you want to be serious and buttoned up? Do you want to be the girl next door and bubbly? Do I want to be sassy and sexy? Which parts of your personality do you want to bring into your coaching with your clients and on social media? And the reason I say that is because if these are like huge parts of you, you don't need to totally block that off in your coaching or in your content, right? I literally posted a reel yesterday of me reenacting a scene from Schitt's Creek, and it was so ridiculous, and it was so fun, and it was so silly. And I never would have thought that would be part of my business because I used to think business has to be so professional. And that helped me connect with my audience on a level like no other. Humanness, making them laugh, but also just, making it a little bit tweaked for my own business and making them go, hey, look, the reason I did this was to show you don't have to be so serious all the time to be successful. You can use your creative juices. You can use whatever are passions of yours in your business and not hide them. So take a screenshot of this and I want you to like brainstorm, what do you want to literally be known for? If someone comes to you, what are they going to say about your brand? Again, screenshot these questions, take time to answer them after this presentation. Branding evolution phase 5. How do you want your audience to feel? This is so important. Take a screenshot of this too. Do that right now. Educated and informed. Do you want to be that page that they go to learn? If they want to learn something about marketing, they go to your page. If they want to learn something about nutrition, they go to your page because you have so much educational content. Do you want to be known as that inspirational account? Someone who, when you go read their post, you're like, I am taking action. Personally, that's what I like to do with my account. I like to be a combination of the second and the third. Doesn't mean I'm not going to educate and inform. I do it on these trainings all the time. That's really how I do it. But in my normal Instagram content, and I would say, well, mainly Instagram content, it's more inspired and ready to take action. I want someone to read a post and be like, I got to go take action, or I want them to laugh. I want them to smile. I want them to realize it doesn't have to be so serious all the time in business, right? So fun and upbeat, or badass and get shit done, right? So inspired and ready to take action might be like uplifted, where badass and get shit done. Maybe it's like tough love. Maybe it's like, get off the couch, go do your thing. And it's a little bit more that tough love kind of action. So take a screenshot. Again, I'll go really quick back, answer these questions. How do you want to make your audience feel? And again, expand upon it. Don't just write educated and informed. When someone comes to your page, what do you want them to think? And what do you want them to be seeking, right? And this will be really great when you're thinking of keywords you want to use. And then phase 6, putting it all together and mastering. What do you want to be known for? plus what personality traits do you want to infuse into your brand, plus how do you want your audience to feel. That equals your recognizable, memorable, and buyable brand. Should have had like a pretty little image of like, I don't know, I'm picturing like a wheel. It's a wheel. Pretend that's happening right now. But that's like the formula, right? What you want to be known for, plus what personality traits you want to infuse in your brand, and how you want your audience to feel. That's what creates a recognizable, memorable, and buyable brand, right? That's where the expertise parts come in. If you don't share your expertise or what people will hire you for, your brand might be recognizable. Actually, let me go back really quick. Or no, I'll do it right here. Your brand might be recognizable, right? But it won't be, and memorable, right? They're like, oh my gosh, like that person's funny. I really like them. They're awesome. It's like if I only posted Schitt's Creek stuff all the time and never shared business stuff, you wouldn't hire me. You wouldn't hire me just because I like Schitt's Creek, right? I got to also show I know what I'm talking about. I also got to show that professional side. And when I say professional, I mean, I am a woman of my word. I actually practice what I preach. I coach my clients to great transformations, things like that, like actually showing you how to move your business forward with free trainings, with paid offers, things like that. So you could have a recognizable, memorable brand, but not showing your expertise. You won't have a buyable brand, right? And then you might have a buyable brand. Maybe you're always showing your expertise, but you're doing it in a very haphazard way. There's no message. There's no common theme. There's no vibe. There's no feeling. It won't be memorable and it won't be recognizable. Yet you could have such incredible information. A lot of very scientific brains that I've worked with fall into this category. And once they start to say, wait, I need it to stick though. I need people to come here and be like, wow, there's a vibe. Even if it's like still very straightforward, there's a feeling they still get from it, right? So I want you to take a piece of paper and screenshot this, or take a piece of paper and screenshot this, and then write this down. What do you want to be known for? What personality traits do you want to infuse in your brand? How do you want your audience to feel when consuming your content, or what do you want them to do? Okay, to build a brand like Pretty Awkward, you need to go all in or it's not going to work, right? Half-assing that word just isn't going to be memorable. When I decided that that was going to be it, I had to go all in. Because if I was like sort of doing Pretty Awkward, it would literally be awkward. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be what it was supposed to be, that you can be who you are and build your brand exactly embracing who you are, right? We all are awkward, right? And so I called it out. But if I like sort of did it, it would not have worked. It would have been painful. You've got to go all in. So let's talk more about the recognizable, memorable, and buyable. But let me take a swig of water really quick and look at the comments. Oprah wise, yes. Oprah's the wisest. Hey, Norby. Hey, Melanie. Yeah. Okay, cool. So take a minute to think of some of your favorite brands, both in and outside of the coaching industry. I don't want you to just think of the coaching industry. I want you to think of, like I just said, Oprah, Ben & Jerry's, Nike, Apple, right? You either love Apple products or you hate Apple products. There's rarely someone who's in between, right? You're like, Apple's the worst, or I love my iPhone. I can't live without it. So I want you to think of that, right? When they post something, do you recognize it as theirs? Could you tell it's their content before you even see their handle or see the logo pop up? Why? What about it is recognizable? And this is a homework I want you to actually do, is look at, I'm going to show you in a second, but I want you to actually look at their content and go, do I know that's theirs even without like seeing the logo, right? So I want you to screenshot this, write out 5 brands you adore, and have at least 3 out of those 5 not be someone in the coaching industry. Let's say you pick me, for example, right? I always feel weird talking about that, but say you pick me, right? And I'd be honored to be one of your 5. Don't have 4 others be other coaches, right? Have 3 be brands. It could be Oprah, it could be Nike, it could be Apple, right? Maybe you love Oprah, Nike, and Apple, and I gave you those examples. Great. Those are your 3. And then you could pick 2 that are in the coaching industry, or you could pick all 5 not in the coaching industry. I just don't want you to only pick coaches. We want to learn from people outside of our industry because marketing has been around for a long time, right? So I want to start talking about things just outside of that. Audit their content. Go to their website, go to their Instagram, go to their Facebook page, their YouTube, however much you want to look into, at least their website though. What content pops out to you the most and why? What content would you have known was theirs before seeing their name and their logo? Why? Why? Don't just say the answer, say why that's the answer. And that's going to make you dig a little bit deeper. So that's a huge piece of the homework I want you to do. What makes a brand memorable? Think of your favorite TV show, right? I'll give you a second. Think of your favorite TV show. I watched the Friends reunion last week. It's one of my favorite TV shows. So fun. Now, think of an episode that really stuck out to you. Maybe one you reference over and over again. What about that episode was so memorable? So really, I want you to literally take a second. Looking at the chat. Okay. Did it bring up something from your past, that episode? Was it really nostalgic? Did it make you feel better? Whenever you're in a funk, do you put it on? I'd love to know. What is like that TV show you put on when you're in a funk? For me, it's Schitt's Creek a lot, but especially when I was younger and a boy would upset me, it was Sex in the City. When I was like in my early 20s, mid 20s, although my husband and I got together when I was 25. So before that, even then when I was like upset with him, I would always put on Sex in the City. That was like my jam. That made me feel better. It made me feel connected as like my girlfriends, right? So what is that show that you put on, like that episode that makes you feel better? Did it bring something up from your past? Did it elicit a specific emotion for you? Do you know you can laugh when you watch that? Do you know that you could be deep in thought? Do you know that it'll elicit some sadness, but sadness you need to feel? Nostalgia, love. Take the time, again, screenshot this because I don't want to take forever here, but take a screenshot and I want you to actually do this exercise. It's going to be really helpful for your business. Example, are you surprised? If you're new to my brand, hello, I love Harry Potter. My dog's name is Luna after Luna Lovegood. Oh, that image is so pixelated, but it's Harry Potter. So why am I so obsessed with it? Why do I love it so much? There's a few reasons, right? Besides that the story is great and it's exciting and all that jazz, right? It's so nostalgic for me because I read them during my childhood. I started reading them when I was in middle school. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade. So it's very nostalgic. And I read it with my dad. That was something that we would do together. When the last book came out, we got it. I read it first and gave it to him. And then he read it and then we talked about it. So it was like a connection to my dad as well. I would read and watch it when I want to escape, right? Whenever I had a tough time, or when the world was on fire. I read it a lot this last year for a reason. It helped me escape as I was dealing with so many things in life, right? That everyone was dealing with. And then on top of that, some personal things. It helps me escape. I love it. It lets me go into another world. It elicits an emotion of adventure and hope in addition to nostalgia. So this is a really good example of why, and I think my answers are very similar to a lot of people who love Harry Potter. I think a lot of us share similar answers for why we love it so much. That's why. It's not because, yes, the book is great, but it's not just because of that. It's so much more than just the story, right? So why am I talking so much about television, right? Because we can learn a lot from it. How can you be more like your favorite TV show? What pieces of content can you put out that makes your audience remember a specific time in their life or connects with them on a deeper level right now? Makes them feel a certain way whenever they come to your page. So they seek your page out to feel that. They want to feel normal, right? They want to be like, wow, I'm not alone. Oh my gosh, everyone else has this feeling. Or they want to feel inspired, or they want to feel heard, or they want to feel seen, right? You're connecting. You're like, I hear you. I see you. I get it. You are not alone. They want to feel an ass kicking, right? They go to your page for that tough love and energy to be like, go do the thing. Or they want to feel bougie, right? Maybe you're an account that likes nice things and you share that and they want to feel bougie. They want to feel silly. They want to feel fun. They want to feel adventure. There's so many more I could have added. And makes them think more critically and keep you top of mind way past that initial reading of the post, watching of the live, listening to the podcast. I want you to leave this training and not just be like, that was cool. I want you to remember it. I want you to think about it. I want you to think about it after. That's why I give you homework too. I want to be top of mind so that when you're ready for your next level and you're ready to invest in a coach for your next level, I'm one you consider. Full transparency. That's the point, right? You want to be memorable. And part of doing that is creating content that makes people think of you outside of just reading that post, listening to that podcast, or watching that live. So I want you to screenshot this for your application. Pick your favorite TV show, movie, book, whatever, and answer these questions. 1, did it bring up something from your past? Was it really to make you super nostalgic? 2, did it make you feel better whenever you're in a funk, you put it on? Did it elicit a specific emotion from you? Laughter, deep thought, sadness, nostalgia, love. Look back at your list from earlier. you wrote down what you want to be known for. That's part of the earlier homework. What personality traits you want to infuse into your brand. How do you want your audience to feel when consuming your content, or what do you want them to do, right? So look back at that list. How can you turn this into specific content pieces or themes that are memorable to your audience? Again, makes them remember a specific time in their life or connects with them on a deeper level right now. Makes them feel a certain way whenever they come to your page, so they seek your page out. Makes them think more critically, like we were saying before. How can you, again, combine those two things? Pick your favorite TV show, write that out. And I'm not asking you to create a metaphor post here. I'm just asking you to gain inspiration from your favorite TV show, right? It's so much easier for us to create from experience. So if you can go through this yourself and go, wow, that TV show brought up this for me. It elicited this emotion. It made me feel this specific way. Now I want to look at, how do I want to make people feel? What do I want people to think of me for? Okay, now I can do just what that TV show did. I can do that for my audience in my own content, right? So that's the point of this. So now, buyable, right? You want to be memorable. You want to be recognizable. But you also want to be buyable. You're in a business. You need to sell. You need to make money. You want to make great money. You want to support your family. You want to go on beautiful vacations. You want to save for the future. You want to give back to causes that really, really are true to your heart. Whatever your goal is. You want to buy a house, whatever it is, right? How do you move past the friend zone? How do you go from being recognized and top of people's minds, memorable, to them actually purchasing from you? You have to show your expertise. Are you regularly showing your expertise? Trainings like this, I do these regularly, right? Content, teaching your audience something in your niche, preferably what you're going to sell next. So again, I want to be super transparent with you and show you how I do this right now. I am doing this next level training for 3 weeks, and I'm launching into higher level offers that I have. My mastermind, that's a 5-month mastermind for the rest of the year. My VIP days, which is an in-person VIP experience or virtual, where I go hands-on in with you with your business to help you build out your business for the rest of the year. Or my 90-minute intensives, which is like a smaller version of that. Those are higher level offers. It's a higher level investment, and it's usually going to be for someone who is ready to go to that next level, not someone who's just starting. I have programs for that, right? We just ended a launch for that, and I'll have a launch for my other one in a couple months. So I'm creating content speaking to that person, right? So that's what I recommend too. When you're creating content, your audience, teaching your audience something, teach them something that you're going to actually do with them in the program you're launching, right? I'm actually going to walk you through this in that VIP training. I'm going to walk you through this in the mastermind, walk you through this in your VIP day, right? Share client wins and how you help them get there. Bonus points if you also share how your approach is different and why it works with your clients. That's your unique coaching method. If you're new to this world, that's my jam. That's what I help people do. Go to meganyelaney.com/quiz to find what your unique coach approach is. It's totally free. It's an awesome quiz. But share your client wins, brag, show what you're helping people accomplish. Now, you don't get your clients' results, right? Coaches don't get the clients' results. The clients do it. But that's what a coach is for, is to help facilitate that, to be there, to guide them. So brag about your clients. You bragging about your clients is also essentially you bragging about how you supported them through that. Confidently ask for the sale without apologizing. This is a huge way to become viable. If you don't believe in what you're selling, neither will your audience. Whether you're publicly launching or selling behind the scenes, ask for the sale with confidence. No ums. Well, if you can, if you think, you are the expert. They want to make a change. You have the tools to help them do that. Challenge them. A good coach challenges their clients and ask with confidence. The worst thing is that they say no or not right now, right? But ask with confidence. Do not apologize. Don't say, I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to ask. Oh, would you want to hire someone if right when they're asking if you want to join their program, they say sorry? They say sorry for asking? Personally, I wouldn't. I'd be like, wait, are you sure? Are you sure your program's good? Like, you don't sound like you believe in it, right? If you don't believe in it or you don't sound like you believe in it, they're not going to believe in it either, right? Especially if it's a higher level program that requires an investment. And a big tip that I am working on, I'm still not perfect with this, is do not use the word just, right? That is a big thing I'm working on taking out of my vocabulary. I want to read these two things to you, and I'll kind of paraphrase it a little bit, but just this is a follow-up. You message someone and they're interested in your program, but you haven't heard back from them. And you're like, I got to follow up. Fortune's in the follow-up, right? Which it is. Just checking in to see if you got my last message. That sounds fine. It's not a bad thing. But what if you rephrase it and you were like, you know, hey, Amber, I know you're so ready to make this change. We start the program in 5 days. I don't want you to miss this incredible opportunity to really get to that next level in your business and be able to create the business around your growing family that you're so excited about. What questions do you have about the program and how this coaching relationship would look? So right there, so much more powerful, so much more confident. I'm not apologizing for following up. I'm saying, hey, you said you were ready to make this change. The program's starting. So I want to give you that opportunity to join. Remember, this is what you told me you wanted, right? Say the transformation. So what questions do you have? Always end with a question. Don't say, let me know. They never let you know. No one ever lets you know. And again, I'm not perfect with this. Sometimes if I've been in DMs with you, I might have said just, I might have said, let me know, but I'm working on that because it's just not empowering language. So I encourage you to do it. So what I want to challenge you with is to follow up with all your warm or hot leads using the previous template. Make it your own. These are my words, so don't copy paste them because they won't sound like you. Say it in your own voice and say it in a voice memo, right? I could type that up, but listen how I just said that. I was like, I know you were so ready to make this change. Like you can't do that in a text. That's only in your inflection. So I really recommend doing a voice memo. Screenshot this, follow up with all your hot leads, but make sure you redo this so that it's yours. I don't want to see like 100 of these messages going out there. I want it to be yours and yours only. So use this as a template. Okay, bonus. I told you I would do it. Let me stop my share. Or actually, I'm going to give you the branding survey in a second, but really quick, I just want to remind you the VIP training starts tomorrow, lasts for 3 weeks, hands-on coaching for implementation around these trainings. So as you're implementing from today's training, bring as you're implementing, and we're going to troubleshoot, and you can bring questions around this specific topic to tomorrow's VIP Zoom. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern. Again, we have 4 spots left, and then you get Voxer support on Wednesday and Thursday in there. And the same thing for the next 2 trainings for the next 2 weeks. So excited. But let me give you my personal branding survey. And I gave this like a long time ago in an old training. Gosh, it might have been like pre-COVID. It's weird. I think it was a while ago. Look at my cool mug. It's a Harry Potter mug. The coffee is not hot anymore, but when it is, it says you might belong in, and it's Gryffindor, and it gets red. It's really cool. Okay, so this is a branding survey that I did. A life coach I worked with helped me with this so much. It was incredible. And I said, be honest. I sent this to friends, family, clients, past clients, people who said no to coaching too, anyone who would fill it out. And I said, be honest and don't edit yourself. Your first reaction, impression, response will be most helpful to me. Here's the good news. It's impossible to get these answers right. So don't write what you think is correct. Write what you think. Period. Don't try to be helpful. Just be honest. Your first thought is the right one. This is completely anonymous, so I can view your response without judgment. And by the way, this is a no ego zone. Whatever your response, I can handle it. Please answer in order and don't go back to changing answers. And if any question stumps you, feel free to skip it. So basically, you'll see this because I'm going to drop this in the pinned comment of the live right now, actually. And I'll stop my share. I'm just giving you an example of a survey I sent out. I got so much information from this that I really got clear on how people were viewing me at the time, and was it congruent with how I wanted to be viewed? What can I take from that and leverage, and what can I change? And Pretty Awkward was born from that, because a lot of the clients I worked with or people I was really close with, they actually said, silly, doesn't take yourself too seriously, fun, quirky, things like that. And it was very repetitive, but I noticed I wasn't doing it a lot of my content, but that's who I am as a human. So that was a lot of my friends who answered that, and my family, and then a lot of clients who I'm myself with my clients. And so I was like, why am I not showing this? This is one of the things they loved about me, but yet I'm like not sharing it at all on social media. I'm just trying to do these booty poses, and something's not working because I'm not signing more clients. And that's where Pretty Awkward started to become born. There was more to the story, but that was the beginning of it. So this survey literally launched my 7-figure brand. This survey did it. So here's your gift. Oh, let me put it in the comments. I'm gonna pin it to the top. You have to make a copy, obviously, and don't copy verbatim. Again, if you ever copy anything verbatim, it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna tell you really quick. It's not gonna work. Change it. Make sure it's yours. Make sure it feels good for you. You're gonna have different questions, right? Let me put it in here. I think I can pin it to the top. Come on, let me pin. I might have to do it right after. Oh, yay, pin comment. Okay, good. It's pinned to the top. So it's the first comment. I'll also edit this live afterwards and make it in the description for you. But thank you for coming along with me. Thank you for bearing with me for the first 10 minutes of tech issues. I appreciate you. If you're watching this on IGTV and YouTube, you didn't have to deal with that. So thanks for being here. I'm so excited to continue with this next level training. Again, we are opening up spots for my higher level offers over the next few weeks. If you know you're going to want to do something like that, message me and we can chat early. There are limited spots, and that's something that I'm really picky with because I spend a lot of time with these people and I want to make sure it's a really good fit. I want to make sure you are investing in something that's right for you. I don't want you to spend that much money if it is not the right thing for you. I will never, ever, ever encourage you to do something that is not right, especially at this level. When you're investing that much, you don't want to be wasting your money, right? So it's something I take really, really seriously. But thanks for being here. Hope this helped you. Can't wait to see as you implement. I'll definitely have some posts go up that ask you to comment below the homework just so you can have accountability. And I'm excited to see your answers. Can't wait for the VIP peeps. I'll see you on tomorrow. Again, if you're interested, message me about that and check Instagram out this week a lot. I'm going to be having some more things to support this training to reiterate a lot of what we went over today. And I so appreciate you all. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday. And I will see you next Monday live. It's my birthday. Yay. I'm going to have a mimosa on our live. And then I'll go off to brunch with my husband after. So it'll be a fun way to kick off the day. All right. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.